welcome back. Joining us for our first conversation, we have the folks in from the Belize Social Security to talk to us about new healthcare providers updates. Joining us in studio, we have Communications and PR Manager, Ms. Vanessa Vellos. Good morning.
Good morning.
And to her left, we have Marie Chavarria, the Manager Benefits under Service Management. Good morning, ladies.
Good morning.
So first, before, just to give a synopsis for our viewers, let's talk about some of the benefits that Social Security already provides and how we can acquire these benefits.
Go ahead. Well, that's a good one. Well, we're basically here today to talk to you guys a little about our upcoming enhancements.
Yes.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
The Social Security is a social insurance, and it's an investment for you. And you basically pay in so that you can benefit from those benefits from Social Security, such as whenever you are ill, you can claim for sickness benefit. If you have a child, you can claim maternity benefit, and also, of course, retirement. We all have to think about retirement. We all have to think whenever we get older, we'll be unable to work. So it's an investment for whenever we are unable to work to get that pension benefit and that benefits. So Social Security has many benefits available. They all have their qualifying conditions. They're all available on our website. But today we're basically here to encourage everyone to join the My Portal Social Security.
Okay.
All right? And one of the reasons we want to encourage it, we need everyone to join into the Social Security portal is that you'll be able to submit your claims through the My Portal Social Security. Right? Currently, most of our processes are manual, but Social Security has been investing in technology because we want to enhance services, we want to enhance delivery. We want to pay your benefit whenever you need that benefit most, when you're ill or unable to work or retire, as I mentioned before, right? So we want to make sure we get everybody on board. We need everyone, every insured person to get on board and create a portal.
During COVID-19, when I got sick, because there weren't any face-to-face type of services, I used an email address to get my services or benefits, etc. How does this differ, the portal?
You can imagine the challenges that we had in managing the claims through an email. We get about 5,000 to 6,000 claims, just sickness benefit claims a month. So it's difficult to be managing those. Even from then, Social Security was already looking to invest in technology to improve, to have that, to facilitate that online submission of claims. It wasn't ready. We've been working with registration, getting the employers in online. We are now doing the benefits. And the first one that's coming up is sickness benefit, right? So we need everybody to get online, the insured person, the employer, and now the doctors also. The doctors will be able to complete that medical certificate online, and once you have created My Portal Social Security, that will be pushed to your profile. You'll be able to see your medical certificate, and then you'll be also able to submit that medical certificate. Currently, it's still, you have to go into My Portal at this point of time. You have to log in and you have to fill in an online form and attach your medical certificate, attach your salary record, right? In like a month or so, you'll be able to view your medical certificate. Once your physician sees you, completes that medical certificate online, that pushes it to your online portal, only you will be able to view it. You have to ensure that whenever you create your portal, it's your email and your email account, so it's secure. It's secure because you will be able to see your information on registration, and you have to make sure that you protect your information, right? You'll be able to view that medical certificate, as I mentioned before, and fill in the form and submit. Once you have done so, we will be communicating with the employer, because now the employer is on board. Since last year, you've been hearing that we're getting all the employers on board. Last month, for example, I can give you a detail. We have out of approximately 10,000 employers that we have countrywide, 9,200 submitted online.
Okay.
That means that we have that information available because we need the payment from the employer. We need to know what you earned so
Yes.
that we can process your benefit when you need it, right? So the registration process is up. We encourage everybody to register, especially those who are working. And now the employers are there. It's now time for benefits. So now we have the information to be able to process that claim, right? So once Social Security gets that claim, we will no longer be requiring that you get that salary record or something that we call, so that we know your salary, so that we process it manually.
So-
the system will automatically process the claim once you have the qualifying contributions,
Okay.
right? And the qualifying contributions for sickness benefit is, of course, you must have 50 contributions since 1981, and in the 13 weeks prior to the first date of incapacity, we look at your 13 weeks salary, and out of those, you must have 5 paid. Once you have 5 paid contributions and the 50, the system will automatically process that claim to payment. It's going to your bank account. One important aspect is that when you join and create your portal, you'll be able to see the information that Social Security has about you, your name, your date of birth, if you're married or you're not married, right? We will know your information. So we'll be able to process your claim based on information and who you work with, what were your earnings, and process that claim immediately and get it to the bank. Make sure you update your information once you create. Make sure you update your information, update your email, because that is how we are going to be communicating with you, informing you about your decision. Because once the claim is allowed, you'll get a notification. You and your employer will get a notification that your claim has been allowed and your payment is ready.
So we are here to, I mean, thank you so much for that rundown, and I believe that a lot of people are now getting on this portal. It's very easy to get an account and so forth, and as a civilian, but for the healthcare providers and the updates, I understand that you're saying that they're going to have access to this portal.
Well, I would want to stress first off that in order for all of this to work, you have to have a portal account.
Right.
Because with the portal account, then the insured person can have access to their Social Security transactions. In the case of sickness benefits, right, and you're making a claim, your employer needs to have a portal account because they have their role to play.
Okay.
And the medical practitioners need to have a portal account because they also have a role
So
to play.
everybody needs an account.
That is the truth.
Yeah, everybody needs
That
an
is the
account.
truth, especially since we're moving more from the manual process to more a digital
digital
process.
Yeah.
So you might say, I'm not a doctor, I'm not an employer, but you are, well, if you don't have a Social Security card number, we don't refer to you as an insured person per se.
Right.
But all of us need to be insured,
Of course.
right? Through this
Yeah.
Social Security fund. So basically, as I said, everyone needs to have a portal account. It's very easy to have a portal account. You just need to be 14 years or older. You go to our website, socialsecurity.org.bz. You put in your date of birth and a valid email address. Make sure that it's a current email address. Don't use an old one. Use one
Yes.
that you normally check.
Because
right?
you need it to verify your account.
You definitely need
Yeah.
it to verify your account. And that process of verification is very, very easy. You get an email, you go through that validation process, then you get back on the portal, you get to create your password, and you're done. If you already have a Social Security card registration number, then you can link that to your account. If you don't, you can register and start that process to get a card. If you have dependents, you can add your dependents to your account. If you are an employer, right, in those businesses, you have somebody there that you designate to say you will be doing those transactions, you'll be representing us with SSB. That linking process is very easy, right? Whereby you just contact SSB via our WhatsApp numbers. They will want to do a video call at some point just to make sure that your picture is, linking back to whatever we have on record. The linking process is not a long process. It happens in minutes. So the medical practitioner just needs to make this point as well in terms of the linking. We spoke about the linking of your business profile per se or your employer profile to an insured account. It's the same type of process for the medical practitioners.
Right.
A doctor registers and has an insured, has an account. You have to link that now to your profession, right? And once you have linked that, then when you go into the portal, you can either look at your information as an insured person because you have your own transactions and stuff that you're dealing with SSB, or you are going into the portal because now you have a patient in front of you and you need to fill out that medical certificate.
Gotcha.
So that is the importance of getting a portal account.
Technology can be very intimidating for some. We're talking about moving away from paper completely and going paperless. Explain to the ordinary individual who's sick, needs to go see the doctor, get the doctor paper filled out, how the process would work for them, and can they do it on their device?
That is one of the enhancements that should come. You should currently, when you go into the My Portal Social Security to submit a sickness benefit form, you have to make sure that you access to Google Chrome. One of the enhancements whenever they deploy sickness benefit is that you'll be able to do that to any device eventually, right? But it's a transition, and we're getting there. So the goal is to eventually be able to do so through any device, right?
Yeah.
So the technological enhancements are
because we were talking
there.
about earlier during the break that I was finding it a little bit difficult, but now that you mention it, I was using a different browser that is not Google Chrome.
That's why I thought it was important that I mentioned it in regards to we have to make sure at this currently time, I'm not sure if I want to call it a glitch, but currently you have to go through Google to be able to access the online format.
That's good to know.
And one other thing is that, like our Facebook page, we are, as she mentioned, we are on Facebook, we're on TikTok, we're on Instagram. Like our Facebook page, and if you have any problems in accessing the form at any point of time, contact our customer service group. There's a team of people there to provide you help, support, guidance. We have videos there on a Social Security website, also tutorials to show you how to create your portal login, how to join as an employer, and eventually we will have one how to join as a medical provider. We're working on that. We should be having a meeting with the medical providers coming soon on the 10th of April, because we want to make sure that we get all the medical practitioners, because they're an important stakeholder, right?
That is what I was
if they don't use the online form, then we will still have to get that paper.
Yeah.
We will still have the option for you to upload the paper in any given event. A doctor may not be able to fill in a medical certificate. But that, of course, would be transitional, right, until we get everybody on board. The other effort, we recognize that not everybody is technologically savvy or so we will continue to be providing support through the CCRS, our customer service group, and in office also, our customer service team will be there ready and available to guide the customer when they come in, if they want to create a portal login, if they want to upload a medical certificate, those services would also be there available to support until we get everybody on board, because we have to get everybody on board in order for the process to work, that we can use the service. Everybody has to be on board.
Yeah.
The insured person, the physician, and
that was going to be my question. How are you planning to get all of these healthcare providers on the portal, because it's countrywide, right?
Right, correct.
Well, Mrs. Chavarria has been talking with them, behind the scenes. So there are various groups that she's been meeting with and talking to.
Any opportunity to meet with them to tell them about this feature that is coming.
Okay.
Now we are reaching out to them to ensure that they all get on board, right? So we're meeting with them to make sure that we can get them. And some of them have already created that portal login as an insured person, because when you create a portal login, you're able to see your information if you're working, or if you ever worked, and you're able to access as an employer if you are an employer, and you're able to access, and now you'll be able to access as a doctor if you are a doctor, to be able to do the medical certificates, right?
How quick does the process go? And I ask this question because I know that when you're doing it in person, you have to go in, you have to get your documents in, you have to make sure your employer gets your HR person, a doctor, everybody has to. You go in, and then it takes a little while for it to get processed, and then you get your money
because it's still manual. So Currently, what we have in place is just a form, and you attach the documents. Somebody still has to process it in the back end manually.
Right.
We have a system that helps us process, but it's not integrated. But with the new technological solution, everything should be integrated. It's one view.
Okay.
You'll be able, along with the sickness benefit, which is the first benefit that you'll be able to submit, because that's the one that is most often submitted.
Yeah.
You'll be able to view your contribution history since 1981. So that's an enhancement that is also coming along with sickness benefit. You'll be able to see your contribution history so that you can plan for your retirement, or you know exactly what is it that you qualify for, because as I mentioned before, every benefit has their qualifying contributions and their condition, and of course you have to make sure that you submit your claims on time. We are guided by the Social Security Act, and the Social Security Act is also available on the website, and the qualifying condition for each benefit is also available on the website. It's in our interest that the customer or the user learns and knows their rights and responsibility, because Social Security exists to pay benefits. We exist to help you when you need it most.
So will that data provide for you information on what you can expect when you retire?
Yes, that's one of the enhancements that is also coming up. You'll be able to calculate eventually, look at the number of contributions, and decide, okay, I need to work a little bit more to make sure that I have enough contributions, because your retirement benefit rate is highly dependent. It's a formula that is there. It's dependent on the number of years that you contributed. It depends on the earnings that you have contributed. Remember, we have different wage bands. It depends. Maybe 10 years ago you were earning below $200, but now you are earning up to $520 or more. So we insure up to $520 at this point of time since the contribution.
So that in a sense is an assessment of your career progress as well.
Exactly.
And how you've developed yourself.
Yeah.
If you want something on the side to do that for you, what has been the rate of registration for employees? You spoke a bit about employers using the portal.
Registration, I cannot recall the numbers, but the demand for registration has definitely increased. We have a high demand for registration, and we're doing outreach sessions with the Amnesty program too. There's an increase of registration. So we do outreach programs. We accept walk-ins. You can do your appointment to register with the Social Security. Keep in mind that as per legislation, you can register from birth. So your child is born, you can register your child from birth, because that child may be able to access services from NHI. So that's one important aspect. So I don't have the numbers in mind, but I know definitely that the percentage of persons that register, there's a demand. There's an ongoing demand to get people on board. I just wanted to share with you, since we started the online form, which is partly online submission of the sickness benefit, only in 2022 in December. And since then we have 465 persons that have actually created a portal again, right? So we've gotten at least 8,000 complete claims from the portal since then. Of course, we need more to come through there, because since in 2023 we had at least about 64,000 sickness benefit claims. So we have a lot of work to get done, and that is one of the reasons we're here today, trying to get everybody on board. We want to enhance the services, but we need everybody on board to be able to enhance the service and deliver.
Does the portal speak to how much claims or benefits, sickness or whatever it may be, you've received? Does it record it as you go along?
Eventually, the new system, they will be able to do it. Currently, no, because there were different systems working separate from each other. For benefits, we had a system that would be able to tell us exactly how many short-term claims were. The long-term one is still very manual. So the hope is to make all of the benefits are automated and processed automatically based on contributions that you are paying.
Ladies,
We're gonna get there. I just wanted to quickly say that there's a lot going on at Social Security Board, and I want to encourage the general public to keep in step with us. We do have, information that is posted on our Facebook page, on our website. You You can find us on YouTube with those explainer videos.
Okay.
Also, like what we were saying before, we're on TikTok, we're on Instagram. There's some other new app out there that everybody is kind of tuned into. Trust me, we'll get on that one too. Because it's important for the general public, through whichever means that you engage, you get the information about what's going on at SSB.
Yeah.
So we're in a transition, and we're going to get to that place where everything is like what Mrs. Chavarria said, it's integrated. But for now, the main thing is get that portal account if you haven't gotten it yet, and know that there are changes coming to uploading and doing just
Sickness benefit first. After sickness benefit, all the other benefits will follow. But for now, it's going to be the sickness benefit.
So there's no reason why anyone shouldn't have an SSB account at this point.
Especially if you work.
Especially if you work.
And even if you don't work, because you have to remember that we also have survivor benefit. So you might be a beneficiary of a person that is working. So
all,
your
of
child,
all of that needs to be known on your account.
And also make sure that you update your beneficiary account whenever. So if you may die for any reason, hopefully not, and you have children, you have a husband or you have a wife, we know exactly who are your beneficiaries. And we can then, that facilitates the process of any pension payments.
Wonderful.
And we also need to stress again the importance of registering with a valid current email address and update your information to time.
Yes.
Normally when you change different things, there's only one aspect of your life that knows that you've changed your contact information. Don't forget about SSB. Make sure that you update your portal account with relevant updated information.
And when you do create your portal account, make sure it's your personal account because it's your profile. Don't use your work account because you may change from employer and would have to change it. Use your personal Yahoo, Gmail account to create that account because that's your personal information.
Yeah.
And be careful in disclosing your password to anybody. Remember, that's your information. Only you are able to see that information.
Thank you, ladies, so much. We do hope that by the end of the year, you have almost everybody on board on this SSB portal. And we got to take a quick break. And when we come back, we're switching things over to hot cross buns. I think Paul is going to be in the oven, in the kitchen,
It's like, what?
showing us how to make Easter hot cross buns. Don't go away. We'll be right back.